Welcome to the Trophyz and Medals podcast, where we discuss sports, fashion, music, and entertainment. Where trophies are temporary and medals are forever. What side are you on? Welcome back to the Trophyz and Medals podcast. It's your boy, Coach Nutsmitty, a.k.a. Batman, a.k.a. Nicavelli. Episode 2, we're going to jump right into NBA free agency, Rich Paul rule. Also, don't forget to listen, comment, share. All feedback is welcome. Also, don't forget, you can also leave a voice message like this one right here. If you have any comments, questions that you want on the podcast. So let's get it going.
Nice podcast. I like the topics. Y'all on point. Keep it up.
We can move on to the next topic. So we got our Super Bowl pick. So let's move on to the NBA. So this summer is probably one of the most eventful summers, I would say, in probably the past 20 years, easy. Ever. I was trying to be nice and say past 20 years, but I was thinking
ever. This ever. And we ain't never witnessed this ever.
Do y'all think this is what the NBA needed?
Yes. Yeah. This definitely pushed them. This took them to new heights now that the NFL is looking at them very sideways. So they were interfering into their time space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, this was the most unexpected, biggest, off season. There was just so many surprises that people just didn't see coming. This was a lot of left field, and now they just made the upcoming now NBA season more appealing because the parity is like crazy going into the year. Like, you have legitimately multiple teams that could actually win the title now.
10 plus teams.
Yes, we've never had that ever. We've never had that moment, or at least even have it over 3. But 10, that's crazy.
But you know what's crazy though? Is it's not the teams that's made moves or made signings this summer. It's going to be a bunch of teams that didn't make any moves this summer, that because other teams have been watered down a little bit, it's going to become better.
Right.
So like Denver kind of, stayed pat.
They didn't need to do nothing. They just need experience.
Right. So like a team like Denver is going to be like, you know what? I didn't really have, I was a one shot away from CJ McCollum to be in the Western Conference Finals to now, if Jamal Murray plays more consistent in the playoffs, which he was young, and we advance. You know what I'm saying? So, or not even getting to that level, or other teams just making the playoffs. Like the fact that the team, like, what if Phoenix finally finds a point guard and between Booker and Ayton, they get hot? You know what I'm saying? So it's so many teams that, like you say, whether they made a move this summer or not, they can get to the next level, whether it's be from them making a move or from other teams just being the lesser, losing talent.
Right.
But I don't know, man. This I don't know if the league is ready for all this movement, though. I don't think the owners and the commissioner like this.
Of course they don't. I know. Of course they don't like it at all. But it's like this. But then just look at the traction they still getting from it, though. It's a win. It's still a winning situation, though. But yeah, they don't like the fact that they don't have control over this stuff. But then guess what? But they got, guess what though? But their pocket's gonna be looking very good at the end of the day. And I think they could take that. They could swallow their pride on that when they already most of the team. Well, there's a couple of NBA teams that said it would be in a red, borderline red-ish, but it's black. I don't either. But, and they were, but like this, now every team going to make money now. There's like no such thing. There's not going to be actually, this is one of the rare times, there ain't going to be too many matchup games you're not going to be interested in looking at.
Yeah, that league pass is going to be booming this year.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you gonna be open to want to see almost every team. It may be 4 teams nobody may not want to look at immediately, but they might surprise you as the season go on, though.
But let me ask you that: who are those 4 teams? Because even with those, whoever you think those 4 teams may be, they got one talented player that you can see going off for 30.
And now you said it because I was thinking Chicago off the rip, but I like Zach. I like Zach. Zach so damn much. I'll watch the strip just off of Zach.
Charlotte. Charlotte.
I will say
Nobody's
Charlotte.
watching now.
But before I get to that, I will say Zach LaVine. I can see him being an all-star this year. But with Charlotte, with Terry Rozier, Mikal Bridges,
it's not appealing.
Watch that.
Yeah,
I'm not watching that.
Right. I mean, another team. I don't go like to a certain extent Detroit, but there's people you may like, but it's like, do you really want to look at Detroit play?
San Antonio.
Nah, San Antonio's gonna be good. I think with DeJounte Murray coming back and
good. But do you want to watch them play? That's the question.
I would say this. The only reason why I watch them play because I can see myself still playing for the Spurs and shooting corner threes. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why.
Oh, definitely Minnesota.
Not wanting to watch Minnesota?
I want to watch Minnesota.
No.
Why not?
You don't want to see Wiggins not play defense.
I don't care about the big cat and broke jumper ass Wiggins. Nobody don't want to see that.
Cat is inconsistent. No.
Nah.
I'll watch the first quarter of Minnesota and I'll be like, Jimmy, get me out of this channel.
Yeah, and then I was in the last team now, fish is Oklahoma.
Oh, cold.
That's cold.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh, you're not watching that now?
I know, but it did that.
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, I think you're right, but it's just hard to believe that we've at this point.
Yeah, that's another thing. That Oklahoma's not going to be in this conversation.
Damn.
Yeah,
you're right.
Oklahoma. So I said that. You know what? Because see, Andy threw in. I wasn't throwing in San Antonio because San Antonio is still going to be a playoff team. Last other team I think like these are not playoff contending teams. Period. And like that vibe is. And then the last one would probably be Orlando.
No, Orlando's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? They are actually a team. They're a team. Like they play team ball.
Yeah.
And brother Morton's own DJ Augustine. Come on,
that's for you there. That's what I like DJ though. I'm not knocking DJ, but hey, I understand you got extra love. But I'm like, who really thinks about really want to watch an Orlando game though? I'm just among the masses.
Yeah.
What about Markelle Fultz? Do you think he can come out of his little whatever that is?
Well, this is an opportunity to show it though.
Yes, it is.
There's no pressure here. You're not in a major market. So right. you're in a very relaxed and I ain't gonna say Orlando. Now that's one thing I will say about the Orlando Magic fan. Them some. I don't know if it's the fans or it's the media. One of them some bitch asses in the highest level. And it probably the media.
I think both.
It got to be both. Look how they treat people. Man, they ran off so many stars out of their city, man. It's something about Orlando, man, that ain't right when it comes to their fans and stuff, or in the media.
I will say this about Fultz, though. I think the games I seen in the beginning of the season last year with folks, even without a jumper, the boy can get to the bucket. One.
Right.
Two, if he get the right coach behind him and he has right people behind him that can protect the rim, he a good ass defender because his arms are stupid long. He got like a 6'9" reach or something crazy like that at point guard. So he can actually defend. So regardless of him being the next James Harden, even even with that, I think with him just getting to the basket and playing defense, he deserves to be in the league. But at the same time, if he do figure out that jumper and he looks like he was in college, Orlando can develop into something because between Vucevic, Gordon, Isaac, Fournier,
right.
I'm not saying they're gonna be championship contenders, but I'm saying they can be in the top 5 in the East and cause some havoc.
Yeah, I think that pressure of him being the number 1 pick was too much for him. I think that was a dumb call on Philly to even make the reach that high for him. Like I didn't see him being the number 1 pick by no shape or form.
Imagine Tatum went to the Sixers.
If Tatum was with the Sixers right now, then they would have been in the finals. Flat out, just simple as that.
Yeah.
So, what you were saying,
Washington had a losing record. They had a losing record. How do you draft somebody from a team with a losing record?
The same reason why they draft Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
It's Philly. I mean, he was a talent. He averaged 20 plus and this and that and the other. But I agree with you. Like, winning does matter.
Pac-10 though, a losing record in the Pac-10. You ain't competing for much in the Pac-10, man.
That's what I'm about to say because players in the past, you got to think about Nate Robinson. Played there, had a winning record.
But but that's the thing. They wasn't the number 1 right, but not the number 1 overall pick.
I know, but I'm saying that they was a lesser pick and had better success.
Right, because the pressure was off. They didn't have as much pressure. I think the pressure him being that number 1 pick, I think that what freaked him out more.
Yeah.
And I just think that overwhelmed.
But he was also a top recruit in high school too, so I don't agree with that. Like, I think once you get to a certain point, like once you get in the 9th or 10th grade and you're being named in the top 5 in the country, I think at some point that the pressure shouldn't get to you, and if it does get to you, then that's a flag.
Well, it was a flag. He went to Washington. If he was highly recruited, why would you? If you was a top recruit, why would you go to Washington? If you're a top 5 recruit, why in the world are you picking Washington of all schools? Because you're trying to avoid the spotlight.
Yeah, like Jerry Honeycutt going to Tulane.
Yeah, like he could have went, like you said, he could have went to Kansas. He could have, he could have went to Duke, Carolina, or he could have, if he wanted to stay West, he still could have went to UCLA or USC or Arizona.
Yep.
But look, those schools are still major schools that get a lot of, press.
And they play competitive non-conference games.
Right. But he goes to Washington.
Whoa.
So that right there, let's show, like you said, he ran from the spotlight. He didn't want to be in the spotlight. So like you said, him being in Orlando might be a little better because it's not a big market city. So now he might get to just do his thing there in a smaller market. The Philadelphia market, you got to tread lightly there.
Yeah, Philly fans.
It's not made for everybody.
Yeah, he getting abused every day walking them streets. So, that's not going to work. But then, like I said, at the end of the day, I would say that's the 4 teams I look at like you really not worrying about. Like, shoot, I'm watching Sacramento games this year. I'm going to watch Phoenix games.
Yeah.
I'm watching Phoenix games. I'm even watching Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vic, for Oladipo back?
Yeah.
And Brogdon.
Right. I'm watching Memphis games.
Hell yeah.
So, forgot. I know, got to still watch Washington because I got to watch the Jab Step King. So I got to watch, I got to watch Bradley Beal. So, so I'm watching the Wizards, even though I know the Wizards going to suck, but I got to watch this man abuse people. I have to watch him abuse people. This is a beautiful thing, how he just do that to people. It's amazing. You are at his mercy. I'm going to shoot your eyes out or I'm going to blow by you. Which you go take one of the two every single time I got this ball in my hand.
You choose your death.
Yeah, so that's why I rock with Brandon Bill. That's why I was hoping he would get traded. I was hoping he's getting traded, but he will get traded. But I was hoping it was going to happen this offseason. But
I think they might keep him. I think they might keep him.
No, dude, they insulted him with that doggone extension. How you gonna offer him that 3-year extension for $111 million? But if
that's
he plays out this, but at the end of the season, though, he eligible for $256. That's a slap in the face.
That's not a slap in the face. It's not a slap in the face. No, I'm gonna tell you why. You make that commitment now, and you get him on the books, and then you can make your moves accordingly after the fact. So are you saying?
I ain't giving him no big time.
Nah, forget that. Because if you wait till the summertime and say, "Oh, you can give him $256," what's the guarantee of him taking it? So you can't build your team through the season with the anticipation of having Bill on the team.
Well, right. I get that way. If I'll say this, Bill. I'm not touching that deal at all.
But at the same time, from Bill, if you want to build a winner,
well, now with that contract that Wall has, it ain't playing probably for another 2 more years. This is a done situation.
Nah, but if you take that $250 or whatever it is, you make it even worse.
I think that Bill might be worried about. Say he takes that contract, so he set it. What's stopping them from trading him anyway?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, don't touch. And that's the other thing I'm about to say. Don't touch that so that you can still work a trade somewhere else next summer, because that makes no sense to lock yourself into this deal here in Washington. This is an already messed up situation and scenario. So you got to do what you got to do to get up out of that now. And then after the nonsense that we watched Paul George get out of OKC.
Paul George Day in Oklahoma.
1 year into his new contract and gone. And nobody saw that coming.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm about to ask, but I agree. I see what you're saying. I was about to ask, where would he go if he was to get traded or whatever? But like you said, Paul George signed a new contract and he was gone, so you never know.
That's what I'm saying.
I see Warriors.
Nope.
Ugh.
I don't see that.
No, I can see it.
Russell and for Bill.
Yeah,
Russell.
yeah. We don't like what you just said. I don't want to see that. Don't, man, cut that out. Put that energy out there.
That's actually, I never thought about that. Yeah, Russell.
I didn't either. And he just put that energy. No, dude, no, because Andy did this the last time about Durant going to doggone Golden State. He was putting out ill wills again. Man, cut that out.
Russell.
Stay in your baseball lane. Stay in baseball. Don't shit with me in a basketball, man.
Russell and Looney for Bill.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. That's all wrong. Like you said, you could easily push Clay to the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. That's a good call.
I'm trying to get the Jab Step King in New Orleans, and here you go with this foolery. God damn.
But, he ain't signed a contract yet, so it's just scenarios, man.
Because the money make a lot of sense. Because
I can see him in New Orleans too, though, because there is flexibility as far as the trade, as far as contracts. You can match up. So, for example,
and the first round pick we have too.
So you re-sign Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
So you get him on off that rookie contract, and then you can combo Ingram, Lonzo Ball, JJ Redick, and some picks for Bill, and you probably add in one of them big men that the damn Wizards have. So I can see that as a potential. Like, to me, like, because you think about long term, you think of Holiday, Beal, Zion, and move from there.
Right. Because I think, was it not? Yeah, because Washington was definitely one of the teams that was interested in Ball also.
Yeah.
There was.
So that's why
at one point.
Right. So I'm cool with that, making that push. But then, like I said, maybe we may not even have to give up Ingram, but they might want Ingram.
I would think they'll want Ingram. They'll want Ingram first over Ball. Because,
Right.
Well, depending on what they do with John Wall, because John Wall, they just play it out and just let the insurance pay him off and cut him or whatever.
Right.
Then, yeah, they may want Ball, but I can also see them. I mean, I can see Wall coming back and being a legit player too, though. Not the same player as before, as far as being blazing speed, but his speed, he was like next level speed anyway. So, like, if he's 100 miles per hour 3 years ago, him at 92 is still better than most of the league.
Right.
So,
reports are saying he's having a good rehab.
what'd you say?
I said the reports are saying that he's having a good rehab.
Well, his problem is his weight.
Yeah, he's always he's starting to become on that Baron Davis side.
Yeah, he got a fat boy potential. He got that Raymond Felton. He had that Raymond Felton in him.
Right. Yeah. So it looks like So. Because DeAndre Fox is taking his spot as the fastest cat in the league with the gun.
I mean, with Fox, Fox definitely is taking that game, but Fox is also developed as a better shooter, though.
Oh, he's definitely way better shooter. Oh, he's definitely a way better shooter.
So, and being unselfish, so we'll see. But I still say that Fox has. If he turns out to be John Wall, the Kings will definitely be, top 6 playoff seed easy.
Well, I'm saying I think he's gonna be a better version of Wall, honestly, like you said, because he already has the jumper. It's just just getting the playing time and the experience now, and just a team that, like you said, Sacramento has kind of built themselves. They got a nice little team.
Well, I was saying, like, as far as comparing, it was like if he's as far as number wise, 20 and 10.
Yeah, you got to get he got to get those numbers up, Because I like even how Buddy Hield is like stepped up and found him a place and got himself together out there also.
And now that you say that's actually a good comparison, it's like if you compare Fox to Wall and Buddy Hield to Bradley Beal, that's a good comp as far as the backcourt.
Whoa! He's a broke version. Brandon Beal.
I don't be disrespectful.
Okay. I'll put it back to one broke then. But all you gonna get is one broke. I'm still, hey man, I'm gonna put one broke.
Buddy Hield has a nice game. He may not be Bradley Beal.
You see the size of Brandon Beal. Buddy Hield is not a fraction of the size of that's a man.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal is a man. You see how he shoved people off with them shoulders when he go to the hole? It's not right.
Yeah, I get it, but don't act like Buddy Hield ain't no baller though.
Hey, I see he getting ball, but whoa, he ain't the jab step king. He's not the jab step king. That's all I'm saying. The footwork game he ain't nowhere near. I mean, sometimes you need to wonder if that's like maybe one of Hakeem Olajuwon's illegitimate children. Footwork crazy. Man, nah, he be tripping. So nah. But no, but like I said, but the Kings still I like them. They showing so they got my attention. I'm peeping them out.
Got Harrison Barnes.
Man, by women, damn Harrison Barnes broke jumper self. But
Nah, no. Hold on. He was mad disrespectful. He's a good fit for this new NBA to play the 3/4. I don't need him to be a knockdown 3-point shooter. I need him to make them here and there, but just to be athletic and drive to the basket, run pick and rolls. That's what he need to do.
Okay, as long as he's knowing that, no shooting jumpers. But I got you.
Damn.
He like smoking on Friday. I'm gonna need you to not come around here no more. See this 3-point line? Don't you
ever shoot jump shot for that kid no more.
I just don't need that man shooting jumpers. That's all I'm just saying. Now,
he did get that bag though.
Yeah, he definitely got his money though. But still, who gonna win this battle of LA?
I would say the Lakers because Paul George is still recovering from his surgery. So I think in the beginning of the year, the Lakers going to have that run. I think the Lakers going to come off hot. But I still can see after the after All-Star break, the Clippers can get right. Because to have a defensive team, you got 3 premier defensive players between Beverly, Kawhi, and Paul George. And I don't care who you run out there. Ain't no Shaqs coming out there this year.
No.
So unless you got a Shaq on your team, you going to have to deal with these 3 on the perimeter. And you can't depend on, I'm going to set a pick and switch and get somebody. Nah. When you switch, you got somebody else come out there that's a dog. And that's
for me.
That's what I love about their squad.
For me, the Lakers come down. It don't come down to LeBron. It comes down to Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
because you played in New Orleans. You put up good numbers.
Did we lose him again?
Yeah.
We had to tell him. All right, we got to
start back from your statement.
But yeah, it depends on Anthony Davis. He played on a bad team for many years and put up good numbers. Now you on a good team. Now you playing quality games where you gonna get that coverage every night.
Can you produce?
Can you produce?
I think he can, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be a problem between the two. I think LeBron and Davis going to do what they got to do. Is what these other players are going to do on the squad.
I want to see what the starting lineup going to be.
Because they talking about starting LeBron at point, which I said he should have did when he played in Miami. And I think that would have changed his legacy. I think he could have averaged a triple-double, but that's another story. We'll bring that up in a later podcast. But I think now, what this lineup going to look like? If you start him at point, like, is he going? He's not going to guard like this state and age. He's not going to guard point guards. He could have did it in Miami at that time, but ain't no way he going to be chasing around point guards at this particular.
Not no 17. No 35 years old.
I struggle with that every day. I won't play today with that. So, like, he's. I mean, I can see him switching and holding it down here and there, but you don't want that pressure on him because, especially after coming out the injury, I think it's going to be too much pressure and weight on his body, especially if you're trying to make a deep playoff run into the finals. Ain't no way it's going to happen. Chasing point guards around for 80 games in the regular season and going to the playoffs.
Right. So, yeah, that's why I said I'm just curious to see how the starting lineup will be. Because I feel like that's what's going to make or break. Well, I ain't gonna say make or break, but it's about that getting that good start, like I said, for the beginning of the season for them. So I'm curious just to see.
Kuzma got to come off the bench. That's my first call.
Yeah. Because you just need that extra energy. You need that energy. You need that still that scoring punch and energy, coming off for right now and everything. So I agree with that too.
But like I said, even with that, they may start off hot early, but I can see the Clippers once it gets down to money time. Defense win championships.
Right.
Like definitely.
No, you go ahead, Ant.
I said definitely, Doc Rivers, I can see easily out coaching Frank Vogel.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
easily. I can see Vogel being out by, April. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see by All-Star break, but I can see by April that he's out of the picture. Something, they're gonna come up with some lame excuse, and it's gonna be between Jason Kidd and who's the other one? Is it Lionel from Memphis?
Yeah, Lionel Hollins. Yeah,
Lionel Hollins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got they put a coaching staff together this go around. They went all out.
But at the same time, I brought that before. My coaching it's having coaching talent is one thing, but it's also another thing to have coaching chemistry. You gotta have everybody on the same page. So if Jason Kidd is thinking one thing and Hollins thinking another thing and Vogel thinking another thing, that shit ain't gonna work.
Nah. But I could see, but I honestly could see more Lionel Hollins and Kidd being on the same page than Vogel.
No, I actually see it different. I could see Hollins and Vogel being on the same page and Kidd being on some other stuff. Because you gotta think about it. Kidd was he was an alien as far as the way he ran the offense and how he thinks. So,
right. and that's what LeBron gonna like that about him.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
So I can see that it could be a situation where Vogel and Hollins on the same page, and if Vogel gets in trouble and get the X, Hollins gonna be out with him, and it's gonna be Kidd and whoever Kidd picks.
Mm-hmm. Well, they wanted to give it to Kidd. They wanted to give it to Kidd in the first place, but of course, Kidd with his bat out there still screwing up and everything, and they didn't want to make him coach too soon.
But it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, of course, I do see them both being top 4 seeds in the West. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a matter of – I think the biggest thing of this year, and I think they might change this going forward, is what the seeding is going to be, what the matchup is going to be. I think that's going to be the big thing. I think all these teams are going to be talented in the West, but it's going to be the matchup games. It's going to be like, fights make matches. So if it's a situation where the Lakers can use their size against a smaller team, they're going to advance better. But you gotta get that good matchup. I don't think it's going to matter of who's the highest. You're going to see a lot of teams tanking and maneuvering to get in certain seeds so they can match up with certain players.
Yeah, because like you said, whoever that make it in is going to be, like you said, could be like you said, a matchup nightmare for one particular team or another. So with the West being so deep, and then they're gonna just be beating each other up all the way through anyway, the whole season. The West, like it's pretty much Minnesota's the weakest team in the whole West.
And that's crazy. Because to me, I still think Big Cat is a top 5 center in the league. And
no question. But
he still got broad tendencies, and I don't know.
Effort is not there.
He ain't still a broad. He got talent. No, don't get it twisted. Yeah, we know he got talent, but he's still a broad. So it ain't like nobody's scared to play against him. And especially after doggone Jimmy Butler around there tapped this woman and stuff, all the respect factors all shot in the league with him now.
Speculated.
Hey, Jimmy Butler did it. I promise you that, because Wade had to check him when he tried to shoot a little flick shot at Gabrielle. He's like, whoa, little boy, calm down. Calm down.
He did give the eyes on the post. I blame Gabrielle, though.
No. No. She's a woman. She's post what she can want to post. He had no business sending nothing on her post. And Wade did what he was supposed to do, check the little nigga, and be like, I ain't big cat around here. I'll come slap you.
I forgot all about that.
The Wayne guy, he got Gabrielle on the alert when she posts something. Oh, let me some little girl put high. What the hell?
Yeah, like, calm down, little man. Yeah, so I'm sorry. Like, so no, yeah, is Big Cat talented? Yeah, but he's not respected throughout the league though. And like even Derrick Rosen was saying, like they baby him too much in Minnesota, the coaching staff and everything, management and all of that. Like they baby him too much, and he just feels entitled and everything. So it's a bad respect factor going on.
That's why they got Flip's son coaching him, I think, because he has so much love and respect for Flip's son. So that makes sense. But at the same time, when you got a star player, don't you want to cater to him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, you do. If they got heart, though.
Good point.
So that's the other key factor too. So like, so that's why I said, Minnesota is going to be the only walk in the park in the whole West. As we know, and OKC, those are two walk in the parks. We need to keep completely forgetting about OKC in this manner. Like now they're just really like we always had them in the mix, have always been in the mix. Now we have to now completely remove them out of the mix now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So these are your only 2 weak. This is your 2 weakest links out of the whole entire West. So now you still have 13 other teams that's going to be fighting for a playoff spot. Because even Memphis is not going to be no walk in the park. Them little kids going to be playing reckless.
Yeah.
I mean, even with that too, you also got to think about going forward is
Dallas.
Dallas is going to be a monster, but also there's going to be teams that tank, and if they make this rule where players come out of high school, teams going to be even worse than they're supposed to be because they're reaching for, instead of getting an established rookie, a rookie that can come in immediately, like Jaren Jackson, like you said, you mentioned Memphis, or Jay Morant.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have people come out of high school that you either got to send to the G League or you got to sit at the end of your bench, and it's going to make you a team that can't compete because you can't put that person in because they ain't ready yet.
Right.
So like, for example, you may say Minnesota is not a competing team, but what if the Dallas Mavericks draft somebody that's fresh out of high school and waste that first-round draft pick on that, and they don't have no other talent to fill in elsewhere?
Right, but now the tanking is not a wise thing to do as much as it used to be in the past now because of your team learned that the hard way.
Hey.
It had to be brought up, man. It was coming. Speaking NBA, this was bound to happen here. Sad to say here. Hey, I had to go through my Raiders. Now you're gonna go through this Knicks.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it because we got the third pick. Now, I will say if we drop down the third pick, we'll have been screwed.
Right.
Because I think getting getting RJ is a blessing in disguise because I hate to say it because my hometown team, Zion is not a player with his skill set that can change a franchise long term.
No.
He can be a player on a good team, but him alone, he can't be a savior. And that's what the Knicks would have been expecting him to do. And having
Right.
that expectation would have been a long term failure. So
This is
I'm
very
fine
true.
with not getting him. I'm fine with not getting him. But
Well,
if you get
that's what,
if you get RJ and you build around him and build a long term structure, that I'm good with that. But my problem would have been is that they would have got Zion and looked at not getting Kevin Durant as, oh, we don't need Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? And then just going, oh, we're going on Zion 100%. And Zion might average 18, 20 points, but he wouldn't have been no game changer. Because, again, he's still only 6'7", 6'8". He's basically Rodney Rogers with athletic ability and no jump shot.
right.
I think that's what the league is getting away from, that single franchise player.
Yeah, you can't do that no more.
You can't do that no more.
And that's what the Knicks would have been expecting him to do. And I feel long term, I think actually like this year we built like a better team.
You did.
I won't agree with signing 18 power forwards, but still, I think that's the reason why we did that is because I feel we're going to try to push for a trade, and we were just trying to get contracts on
Right.
payroll to be movable.
Yeah, because y'all had to spend the money. So but y'all, like you said, at least y'all spent the money on players that's tradable as when it goes along and stuff.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Yes, it would have been nice to have Kyrie and Kevin Durant, but at the same time, you can't have a player with a blown out Achilles and a player with 3 knee surgeries on your squad.
Right.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't build a team long term like that. So
Now, I think y'all should just go the young route that y'all have right now. I think this is a good look.
And you got the right coach for it.
And you got the right coach for it. Exactly. So what I saw from Summer League, I like what I saw with y'all team.
Oh yeah.
So
if Kevin Knox can be that guy, like if he can knock down threes, because I can see that's one thing they prioritize with him is him shooting threes and shooting on the dribble on threes. And if Mitchell Robinson can just stop fouling every 3 plays, we'd be good because he's chasing out everything. Like
man,
he's basically a lightweight DeAndre Jordan
right.
because he's chasing out everything, and I'm fine with him. Because then, with the way we have it built, is like you can go to the small lines. We can have Vonleh and Julius Randle and Taj Gibson. You know, something you can fill in that center, and you don't have to have a true center, but you have somebody that can hold down the post. You can't back them down. So I don't know. I feel we good. If Dennis Smith Jr. is
That's your X factor right there.
If he can, his shooting he got a little better in the end of the year. I do miss losing Manuel Mudiay because he did his thing, but I felt like we kind of abused him because he'll have good games and we'll sit him on the bench because we're trying to tank. But it is what it is. But like you
Where
said,
did he go?
he went to Denver. No. Utah. I want to say Utah.
Oh Lordy, that's why everybody is doggone looking at Utah as a problem. Goodness gracious.
Because Moody was giving us 20 in the first half and then sit all the way to the fourth quarter. And, that's...
And now he going to learn on the Mike Conley Jr. to probably take over after him.
And he's legit 6'5". I like big point guards. So you put him at point and then have Mitchell, long-ass arms at the 2. Yeah, it's going to be a problem out in the West, man. But as far as the Knicks, like you said, Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be an X factor. Alonzo Trier is going to be, our old school John Starks. and we just gotta play defense. That's our thing. If we play better defense, we'd be fine.
Cool.
But let's pause. All right, so let's jump into this Rich Paul rule. How do y'all feel about NCAA jumping in on this?
Nah, they're typically hanging themselves one more time.
Yeah.
That's basically all they're doing. They just make it now. They're just gonna now push the levels of making it more difficult for kids to want to go to school now. That's all they just did. Now I don't know if y'all saw that post I put of what's your boy name? Now I just went blank. Chris Broussard.
Mm-hmm.
Because Broussard was saying, now it's time. This is a perfect opportunity now to leave the bigger schools alone and just go to an HBCU school now.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I think that was a smart move. And it's still part of. You say, it's still part of the NCAA, but let's put our money in these schools now.
Yeah.
Even former players. If you only went to that school for 1 year, you really ain't invested into that school. Put those millions into those schools. Because they still eligible to get into the tournament. So you won't make it to the tournament. You still gonna be acknowledged regardless. You're gonna get TV time. They're gonna follow you regardless. So it's like you said, it's just time to stop dealing with these more major universities.
But this is what I don't get. What's the point? What's the point of getting to making this mandate as far as you gotta have a degree for a player that's leaving the NCAA? He's already on the way out.
Without a degree.
What's the point? Huh?
Without a degree. You're held to a degree to another person that's leaving your school without a degree after 1 year.
Yeah, it don't make no sense to me. Now, one thing I did see or somebody mentioned is adding more value to their scholarship offers. Because that's the only thing you can offer them. You're not offering the players money legally. You're offering them a scholarship, but even with that, all players is not going to want to be agents. So, to me, it's the dumbest thing ever. It's like you creating a bigger problem than resolving anything.
But the thing about it is that why it's getting nicknamed the Rich Paul rule. Rich Paul has found a way to circumvent the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
repeatedly. Oh, so you don't want to go? You don't want to play college? All right, let's check this league out over here.
Oh, let's
get you done.
I'm gonna get you an internship at New Balance for a whole year for $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't they feelings about that. That's a whole nother level here.
Well, that's the other thing that's missing out. Well, that's the other thing that people say is it's the good old boy club. You know what I'm saying? That's something I heard 2-3 years ago because that was at one point one of my desires to be an agent, and that was I didn't know anything any better, but in the years in the past, that's one thing I heard was it's the same thing as the owners. It's you got to be a part of this club to play the game.
And he's not a part of the club. Him and LeBron played the game so well, and they just in their feelings of how they played the system perfectly that they benefited. Like when LeBron signed with the agency was through his rookie contract, stipulations was Rich Paul had to be. They had to give him a job there.
Yeah,
and he got the job there, and he learned the system. So then when it came time for the Miami deal, what did he do? He fired that agency and made Rich Paul his agent.
But at the same time, I think it was a fault of them and the league as far as saying, "Oh, I don't think he ain't gonna be able to capitalize off of this." It's kind of like the Master P deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna give you this offer because I really don't believe you can capitalize on the way you should. And then when you do, it's like, oh damn,
Oh, it worked. They got it.
He got
And now
it.
they mastered it. Now they made it easy for anybody else to do this now. We don't want them problems.
So it's going to be. I think it's something that's going to be changed real quick. I don't think it's going to last long. Because there's no.
Here's the thing too that you also need to pay attention to. Do not be surprised. You know, if I would say probably in the next 2 years, if you hear about a Rich Paul / FBI investigation, all magically happens.
Oh, definitely. Like you said, they're gonna find the sanctions of the illegal briberies and all of this nonsense and stuff that.
Hey, we got to mark this down. Right. Shit. Hold on. Let me put what today's date is. Holy shit.
Because I mean that's a possibility, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised they did everything barely by the book. But like you said, they might still try to do so. But I think they may not have to go that route because of the fact he has LeBron. Like he didn't have to use the extra techniques that a lot of the other agencies have done and did. But like you said, but I wouldn't be surprised neither. Because like I said, they didn't have to get established. You know, they didn't have to do the dirty work like that to get established.
Right. But that's the thing though. When you have a 75-year-old entities like the NCAA that's, you know, noticing that, okay, you taking some of my money. You know, they can easily go to the FBI as their pal. That's their buddy. Hey, man, you know, I'm running some trouble with this little dude over here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Well, that's what I want to bring up, too. It's like I heard that whenever an agent is certified by the NCAA, anytime there's an investigation, that they have to help. So I think that's the other part of the game, too. It's like getting people on their side when they need to pull up dirt on someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then, like you said, that still won't stop like this. If they decide to work with, if a player decides they want to sign with them, guess what? They already know they're going to the league anyway. So they're not going to be taken to. Right. They're not going to be, most people, the clients they're going to pick are not going to be questionable players that's not going to probably make the league or not. They got surefire. They're going to probably get the more guaranteed ones they know going to make the league. So it's like it don't matter because they're not going to get penalized and say, "Oh, I want to re-enter back into school because of that." And trust me, and in the way how Rich Paul moves, he'll find another avenue for these guys to still be relevant anyway. Because he has his connections through the NBA.
Right.
So it's still like just this one person, but his connections is so much bigger than what the NCAA can do to stop him right now. But that's why, like Anthony was saying, that's when an investigation might come out the blue because they're going to realize he is too powerful for his own good. And they don't like that. So, what they do is a whole other level. Yeah. So,
but yeah, that's a good point, Tone Love. That the feds always seem to be the cop out when you play against their rules. So they're gonna try to find a way to
put the smear campaign going on.
Mm-hmm. Whether it's legit or not, but once it gets the public opinion, it's gonna go down from there. But yeah, more to come on that Rich Paul rule. I think there's going to be a lot of transactions going on this even before the new year. It's going to change on that. But last thing I want to get into was this Rick Ross album.
listening to episode 2. Be right back with us for episode 3. We'll get more into NFL preseason, hip hop, and hip tide classic moments. Please remember to like, listen, share, comment. Also, don't forget to leave a voice message, and we'll possibly discuss your question on the podcast. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.